I'm late to this world, I think. Lumi has already built a starter base, built some farms, and all I did was bring some trees and a couple of sheep. So to catch up, I've made a plan. There it is, the plan. Yeah. Okay, now that I've got this out of the way, let's start at the top with an introduction. I'm Tiorthan, and this is Treepunchers. Little server I set up for my wifey and me to play together. Maybe invite some friends if they want to. Now, maybe let's make a real plan here. So the first thing is Lumi has found a spawner, and I want to make this into a farm. It's a zombie spawner, so that's zombie XP farm. Since this is 1.17 and I specifically started this world with 1.17 in mind, in the future I want to make this into a copper farm, in addition to being kind of an XP farm. So the second thing to do is make a copper farm out of this XP farm. Now, this is probably not going to be the second thing really that I'm going to do, but this is the second thing I can think about. Then, of course, I want to start my base. Kind of a bit of, well, a mountain, call it the mountain base. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is make a villager breeder. And then, of course, villager trading hall. And here it is, the entrance to the zombie spawner. Down here somewhere. I have to start by digging it out a bit and lighting it up so that we can work in quiet. Oh, it's already lit up. That's good. So let's start digging this out a bit. And while I was digging this out, Lumi was online and helped me finish the whole farm rather quickly. And it wasn't difficult to do, just the box around the spawner. That's what we did for this first round about the whole farm. In the future, zombies will be transported up and then drown and then drop to 1 heart of health. But right now that's not really necessary, because the spawner can't really keep up with the spawn anyway. Or rather with chopping them up. And the copper farm will also use the reinforcement mechanic of the zombies to get more zombies to drown. And there it's already done. It's not a lot to add. To make things look a bit more nicely here, I added some accessibility to this killing chamber. It also improved a bit because the previous version, the XP got stuck down there and you had to go right up to it and would be hit eventually. And Lumi also added an enchantment setup here with, I think, everything we'll ever need for that, at least for as long as this farm is our temporary XP farm, so I can build something better. Okay, the XP farm is done. Next on the list is a copper farm, but for a copper farm I want to have a little better equipment. And there is a problem. There are two guys here that are supposed to be librarians. And as you can see, they are, but kind of green. I don't like green librarians. We have to remedy that. You actually look much better without being green in the face. But I also got... no. What? Got a mending villager. I think I have to zombify you again. All of you. I think I need a zombie. Okay, there's the zombie trap. Now I only need a zombie. Follow me. Yes. Come on. And there we go. You're inside. Let's just use this house here. And build a breeder right there. Should be enough space. And I can probably also build a little farm section here for a villager to feed them. Hello there. We went with a more organic design for the breeder here, with just some kind of garden farm thing, and a farmer who's not doing any farming right now. And he's in here with his partner, and they occasionally leave villages. Then here is a baby, and because those two beds are already used by the two guys out there, they will try to reach those beds and then fall down here into the water. And while this design is not quite as efficient as if you lock them in together in one spot, that's not too bad right now. So it turns out those breeding villages were more prolific than I thought. They produced so many babies that they started legging out of the collection pool. Here are some of them. Some are in the box over here, trained as librarians already. And they are walking around everywhere, and literally there's a group of them up there, it seems. Well, they're wandering around everywhere. So I was looking for a way to make those two stop breeding, and I created a small trap here. We decorated it a bit, but it looks like the house, so we can separate those two. And the way this works is when I want to deactivate this breeder, I can switch this lever, and it will then prime this this repeater here. And as soon as the villager up there steps on the pressure plate that's installed here, and he will because he wants to go to this lectern, then he will trigger the trap, and the piston back here, pushes this block here, and then he's separated from his other guy. Yeah, right now it's manual, but in the future I want to do it like this, that whenever a baby drops down here, it's going to be collected with a minecart, and as soon as the dropper is empty and there are no minecarts left, then the system is automatically deactivated, or at least the trap is primed. Well, it's going to be primed when 2 minecarts are left, so that we have a buffer there. There we are. The whole thing is not too complicated. Well, it's overcomplicating a villager breeder, but anyway, so when the villagers fall down here, they trigger this redstone line, which dispenses a minecart, which picks up the villager. Something like this. This dispenser reads its status, or how many minecarts are in there, and puts it into this block, and it's compared to this dropper here. We just use the dropper because it has 9 spaces and I can just put minecarts in there. This provides us with a limit. So as long as the dispenser has more minecarts than the dropper, it outputs a signal and deactivates this redstone here, which then releases the villager up there. And if it goes below the threshold, then the villager is locked in. Oh, well, then the trap is primed at least. And after another round of changes, the whole thing finally works. But that is that for this episode, and the rest of the overcomplication of a villager breeder will happen in the next. So I say goodbye.